Measuring elapsed time, 5.7. This is a very good example of having to borrow and regroup and with things other than numbers that come out to 10. What I mean by that is this. What if I asked you, how long is it between 8:45 a.m. and 11:20 a.m.? If I was to ask you how long it is between those two things, what do we do? What is the procedure here? What is the procedure here? Yeah. Add, subtract, multiply, divide. What am I going to do? Do you know? What? You subtract. You're going to subtract. You take the later time and you subtract the earlier time, and the difference is the amount of time in between the two, right? Whenever you're talking about in between something, you're going to subtract. So look, you go 11:20 minus 8:45. Here's the weird part. You ready? Here's the weird part. Ready? Can that 5 be taken away from that 0? No. So this is, how many minutes is this? These are the ones minutes, right? These are the ones minutes. Agreed? The ones minutes goes over and borrows from the tens of minutes, right? It's just like normal here. We borrowed 20 minutes, right? Making it a 1, and we add 10 minutes here, and that's when we just put a 1 there. Does that make sense? Yes. Just like normal. 10 minus 5 is 5. Can I take away that 4 from that 1? No. What we need to do here is this. These are the tens of minutes. Agreed? These are the tens of minutes. When I go borrow from over here, these are the hours. These are the hours, right? I'm borrowing an hour. This is very important. When I go over here and make that 10 hours, so the 11 hours into a 10 hours, I am now taking an hour away, and I'm going to add an hour in the form of 60 minutes. You see what I'm talking about? I'm going to add 60 minutes. Anytime you borrow and regroup and borrow, and you borrow like that, you're borrowing something to give the exact same thing over on the other side. That's what you're doing. We go borrow an hour, and I'm going to add an hour here in the form of 60 minutes. So this right here is 10 minutes. I'm going to add 6 to it because that is 60 minutes. 1 plus 6 is 7. I now have 70 minutes here. Can I subtract the 4 from 7? Yes. 10 minus 8 is 2. 2 hours and 35 minutes. Can you look at this, the original question, and see if 2 hours and 35 minutes seems right? Does it seem right?
Yes.
Yeah, it does. Does that make sense?
Yes.
You guys try one. I would like to know how much time is in between those two times. Or you could say, I worked from 4:51 to 10:10. How much did I work? Right? Whatever. All right, let's check it out. What do I do to set this problem up? Subtract. Which do I do like this? Minus 10, 10 like this? No. Why? What do I need to do? The bigger time goes, right? Okay. 10, 10, and 4:51. Okay. What I do a lot of times is that right off the bat, if I notice that I'm not going to be able to subtract these two, I will just group them as a whole and go, I can't take 51 from 10. You see what I'm talking about? I can't take 51 from 10. So I go borrow an hour and add 60 minutes to it right now. Does that make sense? I go borrow an hour and add that and make that 70. You see what I'm talking about? I just borrowed it now. Totally. And now at this point, I go, okay, that 7 becomes a 6. This is a 9, a 1, and this is a 5. Did you guys all get 5 hours, 19 minutes? Raise your hand if you got 5 hours, 19 minutes. Raise your hand. I want to see it. If you got it. Okay. What about this? What about if I have 4 hours and 35 minutes, and I have 5 hours and 45 minutes, and I want to add them? Here's what we do. 35 plus 45 is 80 minutes, and this is 9 hours. Is that how you would say that?
No.
No. So what do I have? I have a problem here. What do I have here?
80 minutes.
I have an 80 minutes thing. That's no good. What do I do with 80 minutes? What is 80 minutes?
Hour, an hour,
It's. How did you figure that out? You actually divided. And you went 60. 80 divided by 60 came out to 1 remainder 20, which is 1 hour and 20 over 60 minutes, right? Which is 20 over 60 is just 20, right? 1 hour and 1/3. It's 1 1/3 hour, which is 20 minutes. Make sense? So then here's the deal. I now have 9 hours and I have 1 hour and 20 minutes. What do I do here? I combine these two. 9, so 10 hours, 20 minutes. Make sense? You have a question, Emily?
Can you write it with the dots, like 10?
Yep. 10 colon 20, yeah.
Do we write 1/3 hour?
No. You'd give me minutes. We're talking about time here. Okay. You guys try a couple of these. Let's take a little quiz, see how you do. Let's do... I want to know, how much time is in between there. And I'll see if you can do this. We'll go like this. Here we'll go. And I'll give you 1 extra credit-ish thing, We'll see. How much time is in between number 3? So number 1 and 3 is how much time has elapsed, and number 2 is how much total time. All right, the first one, pretty straightforward. We're subtracting them, yes? Minus 5, 25. This one, when I borrow from this 5, what do I add? What do I add?
1.
A 1, right? How many of you got 3 hours, 27 minutes? How many of you got 3 hours, 27 minutes? Okay. The next one, when you add them together, it looks like this, 961. Is that a legitimate? No, what? Right, it's 10 hours and 1 minute. How many of you got 10 hours and 1 minute? 10 hours, 1. Ellie, did you get that? Okay. And then this last one. Let's see. What is the deal here? I'm going to erase all this so that we have some room, because this does come up.
Oh, that was pink.
Yeah. Yeah. This is a little bit of an issue here. What do I do here? What do I do with this? What's the problem? Can you subtract 3? Don't I put the later time on top?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. You do. So you go 314 minus 948. The problem is that's going to end up being a negative number. You see what I'm talking about? That doesn't work. That doesn't work. So here's the deal. Have you ever heard of military time?
Yes.
What is military time? What is military time, Caleb?
Like 24 hours.
It's a 24-hour clock, right? Isn't our clock 24 hours? Right? Our clock is a 24-hour clock. And so come 12 noon, that's the 12th hour, right? What about 1 p.m.? What hour is that? That's the 13th hour. And 2 o'clock in the afternoon is the 14th hour, etc. So anytime you have a PM time, you know what you can do? You can simply add at 2. What time is the military time at 1 o'clock? At 1 o'clock, it's 13. What time is it at 2 o'clock? 14. What time at 3 o'clock? So if I want to take 3 o'clock in the afternoon and I want to make it military time, all I have to do is add 12 hours, right? 1 p.m. is 13, right? 2 p.m. is 14. 3 p.m. is 15. So all I need to do here is instead of having it be 3:14, I would add 12 hours to that and make this be what? Yeah, it's 15, right? 15. Now when I go and borrow, I go, okay, I can't take away 48 from 14. I'm going to go borrow from the 15, making it a 14, making this 14 a 74. That becomes a 5 hours, 26 minutes. How many of you got 5 hours, 26 minutes? Yeah, not very many. Not very many. Not enough. Not enough. Oh boy, it's a dot and a Robbie. Let me look and see if there's anything on here that will be any problem for you. You can turn to page. I mean, something else they have you do sometimes is estimate. If I said this. If I was to ask you to estimate that, what should you do? What would you do here, David? Not David, Jonathan. Yeah, make this 152, you'd make it 2, and 903, you'd make it 9. How long is it between 2 and 9? 7 hours, right? Does that make sense? Estimating is real simple. Just remember, am I your assignment?